Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Well, you know what I'm talking about tonight? First round, second round, still blessed. Yes, I was watching the NBA draft. I love to watch the drafts. So let's talk about the draft. Tonight, families all across America are sitting on the edge of their seats watching the NBA draft, because some of these people are from these small towns or big towns, or you knew them, or you went to high school with them, you knew the parents, and so you're watching just like I'm watching. I don't know a soul up there. I just like watching the faces of the parents. I like watching the faces of the child, a young person, when he hears his name called. I just think it's exciting. I like to watch the families, with the first pick. And I was doing something, I missed the first pick, but they're going to show on the news tonight. With the first pick, that one sentence, that one moment, that one dream for someone, their life changed tonight. I mean, to say I was the first pick on the first round of the NBA draft. Oh my goodness, that's a contract. That's a house for mama. That's a car for daddy. We know all about that. That's a chance to pay off student loans. That's a chance to do something with the family budget. It's just a change. It's a whole family tree thing. I mean, there's a joy in being chosen. It's a joy in being chosen. Sometimes I said to the Lord, I'm glad you chose me. I would like I like to be chosen though. I like to be chosen. Anyway, think about it. Many of these young men have been working toward the moment since they were little boys. I like when they showed them with their little basketball outfit on, their little tights, and they got the basketball bigger than their head, and they got a little basket. I think it's so cute when they bring those pictures back, because it's built in. Some of them have professional basketball player fathers and mothers. I like that part, when the mothers and the fathers play basketball. Some practice with their friends at parties. Some grew up with one basketball. Some grew up sharing bedrooms. Some had parents working two jobs. I mean, everybody didn't come with a silver spoon in their mouth. Some of them had to struggle. They had to struggle to get the money to go to these different places, as a combines or whatever the term is. You had to go somewhere and practice with real people. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm celebrating with them. I celebrate it every time I can look at it. I would get dressed and go to a bar and watch it by myself with not knowing anybody, just to watch the faces of how they change, and how the parents are crying and the cousins are crying, and the sisters are crying, and just it's exciting to me. There's nothing wrong with celebrating hard work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because it takes hard work to get to that NBA. You don't cruise up in there. I can see that, because they show the reel, and you don't get those moves by being at home, lying in bed. Well, one of them is a philosophy major. I just like the fact that they talk about his academic side, because I like the fact that you got a book and you got a ball. Ooh, baby, I love that. Anyway, tonight is reward night. But here's the hardest part. Not everybody's going to get the first round. It's some people that are sitting there. I don't know when it's over, but I'm late. It's 9:52 now. It's 10 o'clock now. Maybe it's till 11. There's some people been sitting there. They thought they were going to be they didn't know, they knew that maybe they weren't going to be number one, but they thought maybe they'd be number 7, maybe number 11. And we down the road now, baby, by this time. And they sitting there. Their heart is in their hand. But that's when you got to have faith. Everybody can't be in the first round. Some names will be announced. Some names will not be announced. Some days my name was announced, and some days my name was not announced. Some days your name was announced. Then the next time your name was not announced. But you didn't lose faith, did you? No, you did not. We kept it going. And sometimes that could feel devastating. Oh, baby, I had cried on some election nights. I have cried, just because I knew, and I still know that I was the best person for the job, because I could tell what would happen in the neighborhood, and people know that I was the best person for the job as they look back on it, but it's too late now. Anyway, especially when the cameras are pointed at your face, and they called everybody else's name, then they put the camera over in your face, because they didn't call your name. You got to sit there and smile like the Academy Awards, the Emmy Awards, all those award-winning programs. Anyway, especially when everybody expected you to go earlier. Wasn't it a thing with somebody's son? They expected him to go earlier. I think, well, I'm not going to get in that conversation. I just thought they purposely did that. Maybe, I don't know, just to prove a point. I remember somebody saying, just because you know somebody, don't mean you're going to get the job. And they made sure this person didn't get the job. Because sometimes people are mean. I'm not saying that for the NBA, but I know there's some people that do some mean things, say some mean things, and they say it in a way that the people who are making decisions take a second glance, second look, and they say, well, maybe I'll go with this person. They don't know why they said it, but a mean, lying, conniving person has been whispering in your ear, somebody you really trusted, somebody you really believe, and you don't know that they're really backstabbing somebody. That happens in life, especially when social media asks, what happened? What had happened was, all that goes on. So life has first rounds and life has second rounds. I'm the main one. I'm on round number, 11? 11? At 83 years old, I have learned something. Life is not always who won in the first round. I know some people won in the first round way before me. Some people marry first. Others marry later. Some get promoted at 30. Some of us don't get promoted till we're 60-something. Some publish a book at 25. When did my books come out? And when I was 80? I had one come out in my 30s. And then I redid it when I was 80. Others write their best work after retirement. God does not have a timetable. Let me say that. God does not use one timetable. It could be a timetable over here, and a timetable over here, and a timetable back here, and a timetable back here. We're on God's time. You can't measure yourself by somebody else's time. I have done that. And so let me give you an example of timetable. Jennifer Hudson. She did not win Idol. And there's some more people. This last girl, who she could sing. She had a Whitney Houston voice. And she didn't win. They said that this young lady who won had a better voice than this Whitney Houston. Her voice was Whitney Houston all day. She could hold a note. But this girl won because it was by popularity, and she was friends. Who was she? Country Western. And so I don't take nothing away from her. But baby, ain't nowhere in the world you could tell me that she could sing better than this child. And I hope this young lady will go on and be Jennifer Hudson. Because they said that I don't know who won, but that person was better than Jennifer Hudson. And that person has yet to get a Grammy, has yet to get Academy Award. Jennifer Hudson is a legend now. Because she said, okay, that's all right. Y'all won, no problem. I'm still going to get out here. And I hope somebody find that young lady number 4, number 3, or something like that, and get her and say, that's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Jennifer Hudson, she did not win the competition. That's my example all the time. She did not hear her name called as a winner. She was not the winner. Many people thought the story was over, but the story was not over. The story was just beginning. And Ruben Studdard and that young man, they still friends. The second person, I don't know why I got his name, but I know he did well. Jennifer went on to win Grammys. Is she an EGOT? Does she have an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony? Anyway, she became something rare, more rare. She's not a winner of a season. Jennifer Hudson is a legend. And that's what you got to think about. All the people who didn't get selected tonight, I hope they just don't go home and cry or crawl in the bed. Get up the next day and say, okay, here we go. Because it goes on, I think, round 1, round 2, that's advertised. That's on the TV. Then round 3 is not on the TV. Round 4, and then you can just sitting at home and they say, you know what? Can you come up here? You don't know who's going to call you. That's why you don't give up. That's why you stay here, Georgianne. You don't have your 4,000 watch hours. You don't have them. You don't have them, and you don't have any. You got a few people pulling for you. But as many people as I know, and many people as I've helped, I don't know where they are. I got a whole sorority for that matter. I got a whole, how many people? I got a whole sorority. But I can't say that because I didn't go to them. I just, sometimes you make an assumption that you're just going to come with me. You see me out here. I didn't go to my church. I just haven't asked. I just want you to want to help me. I want you to want to. I feel better if I just know you. I hear on the great bad that you just did it. And that's sad, isn't it? Maybe I just feel like that. Anyway, so if there's danger in comparing yourself, you don't want to compare. We spend too much time looking at who got picked and who didn't get picked before us. The first round pick person, who got the corner office, who got the bigger house. I had somebody talk about some houses today on our street. I was disappointed in that person, the way they talked about what needed to be done. You have to do the best you can. Sometimes you have to do the best you can. As long as you've done the best you can, that's all I expect of anybody. Sometimes people have a larger audience. I know people that do all kind of crazy things, say all kind of cursing words, not that I don't curse, I ain't say that. But I mean, they say all kinds of things that I wouldn't say in public. Or they have their thesis is very much different from mine, and they have their 4,000 watch hours. And sometimes I go, wow, is that what I got to do to get the 4,000 watch hours? Then I'm like, that's all right. They have faster success. You look up, you help them get there, and then they go on, leave you right where you are. It's all right. And anyway, while we're staring at their blessings, we miss our assignment. Don't stare at somebody else's blessing. You start looking at the other person's blessing, you will miss your assignment. Don't miss your assignment. Stay on your assignment. I stay right here. I come here every night, Monday through Friday. I'm right here. I don't work on the weekend. This is something good. So what if your path is different? My path is different. It's always been different. I always been different. You always been different. We've been different. We just different. And my story, what about your story? Doesn't it require a different kind of chapter? Your story is not like everybody's chapter. You got different chapters in your story. I have different chapters in my story. We just got different stories. It's good. That's why you have different books, different chapters. People select different titles for different reasons. That's the same with you. So what if your second round is where your greatness lies? I mean, I look at myself, look at me now. You all know I've offered myself for public service. It didn't work. I didn't win. I have projects that move slowly. I did. I still got some. I got ideas that took years. Look at my one-woman show, age 77. 7. Dreams that require patience. That's true. Yet some of my most meaningful work that I've done has been later in life. All these books. This last work, I've just sat back on my laurels on it. I have not done one thing since then. I'm so proud of it. I wanted in the schools, systems and public policy schools will find it. But I know I love working on it. And I'm moving from academic, from books to some entity. But I'm just proud. And this is later in life. You can't get no later than 83. August 2nd, what happens? 84. August 2nd, 84. God willing, God so says so, that's what's going to happen. So I'm at the age when society tells me, what you doing? You should be slowing down. Why is she still doing? I got all kind of conversations about very hateful people. Like, why is she still doing that? What she expect? I expect to be doing exactly what I'm doing. Hopefully I can motivate some other people. Get y'all out the casket and get on with life. Go places and do things. Get on an airplane. Go somewhere. Get on the phone. Call somebody. Get in the car. Get yourself driven somewhere. Ride somewhere. Keep your license up. Exercise. Get out the house. Don't give in. Get on a project. Get on a committee. Do something at church. Get busy. Get ready. That's the only way to stay ready. Otherwise, everybody talking about Paul Georgian. No. No, 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 no. Po Emily, Po Jeanette, Po John, Po Clarence, Po Bob. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yes. Put your clothes on. You don't know what to put on? I got a person. Wayne McMillan, baby, he'll show you what to put on every day to look good in. Ooh, yes. I want him to open a store so badly. Anyway, but so I've been teaching and let me teach anymore. What they said, I put in 21 years at Clark Atlanta. I loved every 21 years. Every 21 years. Every day of every 21 years. Oh, I remember my first day, and I love it now. I love teaching over there. I did. I do. I did. I do. Anyway, but here I am. And look at me researching. Who does a command line at 83? Was I 83 or 82? I was 82 when I found a command line on the computer because I took that class at Harvard. Oh, baby. Whew. Anyway, writing books. I'm enjoying every bit of recording this show. I've been doing this since I turned 80. I turned 80? Yeah, I turned 80. When I did my first show, I was turning 80. Had on that beautiful white blouse. No, I put that on, but that wasn't what I wore. I wore a St. John vintage. I certainly did. That I had gotten, at an estate sale. Ooh, it was fine. I don't have one. St. John formal vintage. That girl's still looking good. I might put her on at 83. I don't know, see if I can get in it. Anyway, I'm still planting seeds. How about you, baby? Are you still planting seeds? Plant them. If you're the only one out there planting the seed, well, damn it, plant it by yourself. Just plant it. Because that sounds like a second round blessing to me. Plant the seed. So tonight I only think about, tonight I also think about the mothers. Did you see the mamas out there? Ooh, the mamas were hugging onto the boys. They were so excited. Grandmama, Auntie and them. I love Auntie. Don't you love Auntie? Auntie was right there crying. Then the coaches, like I coached him. You know, they're going to be at all the games. That they're going to call the school's name. That's where the person came from. And the teachers, I taught him. Oh, it's just wonderful. The neighbors, I saw he used to cut my grass. Ooh, I'm just excited. The people who were in the carpool, because at some point they had carpool. People who had the sneakers, because the foot started getting so big, Mama had to say, baby, where you go buy shoes this size? All the cooked meals, all the prayed prayers. Baby, you know some grandmamas that prayed for tonight. I know if I was one of them, I'd be one of them praying grandmamas. Like, boy, you know where he brought you from. Every draft pick represents an entire village. Did you see all them people at the table? Every draft pick, every one of them represents an entire village. From the time that baby came into the world, and all that comes with being prepared to be drafted for the NBA. That's a preparation process. You just don't roll up in there and say, hey, here I am. I'm tall. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, but it's worth celebrating. I'm celebrating just as hard as they are. I was going to say something. Don't say it, Georgianne. So if your name is called tonight, celebrate. If your name not called tonight, celebrate. But if your name not called, you keep going, keep working. Draft is not the destiny. The draft is not the destiny. Now, I know in your mind it is. I know in your mind the draft is the destiny. Because this is what you're trying to get. So I got that. But it don't have to be tonight. You still got it, but it is not tonight. If you don't make it tonight, it's okay. It's not tonight. It's tomorrow night. And like I said, you could be sitting on your couch on the third night and the phone will ring. That happened. You don't know what God got. Let me tell you something. It was a job. And they said, you were going to get that job, Georgianne, but we decided to go with a lawyer. We needed somebody with a higher degree. You had a master's at the time. And so we decided to go with the lawyer. That's okay. And they said, we'll get back to you. No offense to the person, But I went on about my business. I had retired from Delta at this time. And then I got a call from the person. They said, well, we had a change about maybe a month or two. They said the person's become very ill, unfortunately, and they asked to take off, to be off. And so, would you mind coming in? And I was like, no, I don't mind. So I went in, and it wasn't a fill-in. I actually got the job. I was sitting at home. I was done with it because the person said, we like you, but and I could see in this situation where ESQ was much more than MED for this situation. But the MED that they got me didn't have the ESQ. I ain't trying to say that. But I had a different kind of experience. And there was another ESQ that could help me as my support. I could go to this ESQ and that ESQ because I had the thing that the other thing that they needed. I had an experience that they needed, you see. So you don't know how God is going to ask you to come and help take care of his people. The story's not over because one opportunity passed by. Remember Jennifer Hudson. Remember every late bloomer. Remember every person who arrived after everyone stopped watching. That's what I like. I love to be the one that everybody looking over here. They all looking over here. Look, baby. And you over here just digging, researching, making it happen, chipping it off, not saying a word, minding your own business. Listen to the Lord, making it happen. And then your accomplishment is your announcement. I learned that a long time ago. You heard me say that. Your accomplishment is your announcement. Your accomplishment is your announcement. Otherwise, shut your mouth. Be still. Ooh, what do you say? And know that I'm God. Don't get me preaching now. So the question for the day, looking back on your life, just look back on your life, because you 45, 55, 65, and 75 plus. Look back on your life. You got a lot to look back. What blessing came to you in your second round? What blessing came to you in your second round? What blessing came to you in your second round? Man, I can list them. I always tell you, cancer has been my catalyst. Baby, that cancer kicked my butt. 1, 2, 3. And I said, oh, you got a butt kick? You kick butt? Well, then, since you're going to kick my butt, let me be busy. Since you're kicking it on that side, I got 2 cheeks. Let me get this other cheek to working over here. So you keep kicking, and you kick me right on where I need to go. I got that doctor from Clark Atlanta University. Who, you kick my butt? Okay, well, let me keep on kicking me right onto the Epsilon Jones Center for Racial Healing so I can do my one-woman show and write who lived here, where did they go. Come on out with the butt kicking on the third one. So, ooh, you gonna kick me like that? Well, baby, I got 2 cheeks. I may as well kick the other side where I can get these books out, research out, and do a slice of life. I love you. I do. And there's nothing you can do about it.